Connect. Hello, welcome to Afrinity Connect with me, Wilfred Adams. Today's program will be talking about politics. Yes, we'll be talking about leadership in Nigeria. We have no other person but a group than I want to introduce Oga Sam. Sam, it's good to have you on the program, sir.
Thank you very much. Nice to have you here.
Thank you. Madam Evelyn, it's good to have you too on the program.
Thank you. Thanks for having us here too.
And last but not the least is Madam Adi. It's good to have you on Afrinity Connect.
Thank you for having me and us here.
Thank you. So we'll go straight to the point. We're talking about leadership in Nigeria and of course all over the world, but our emphasis will be on Nigeria because come February 25th, 2023, there will be presidential election in Nigeria, and that has got everybody talking right now. The youth are talking, adults are talking, the middle class talking, everybody is talking. Seen on CNN, we have a leading, of course, candidate that the young generation are talking about. Why not take it from the young aspect of it instead of going to the old? I want to introduce Mr. Sam. Mr. Sam, please, can you tell us what is this Nigerian leadership search? Can you give us more info about this, please?
Right. Nigerian leadership search is a group, a movement, in other words, to support the youth and the Peter Obi and Yusuf Dati for the new generation. This leadership search has come out to actually look for somebody who we think has the capability, have Nigeria at heart, somebody who is not a wonderful person in the term of tribalism and religious fanatic, but he is wonderful in terms of uniting Nigeria, in terms of saving Nigeria, and in terms of looking for young generation to take Nigeria to the new era. Nigeria have seen a lot of old politicians coming in and going and coming back again to rule their children, use their children's children. We are tired of them because they are not seeing anything in Nigeria rather than they're destroying Nigeria. And so now the youth have come out to say enough is enough. We have traveled all over the world and see that there's a change. And we here in the diaspora, we have seen a lot of difference in Nigeria and decided that the new movement is the new search we have found as we are searching for a new leader to take Nigeria to the new level.
Wow. Thank you very much. And I know, can you tell us a little bit about the structure, about the leadership search? Can you introduce other members? I know Madam Evelyn is here. Can you tell us about it also?
Yes, this group is founded selecting, because there are so many groups now, obedient groups, Obi Dati group, supporting Peter Obi, supporting Obi and Dati. Leadership search is one group that have decided to be different, but pursuing the same goal as all the other groups. And so we have looked around and have decided to pick from other groups people who we think are capable and able to lead a new group in searching for new leadership. So here we have Evelyn Okowo, who is very active in this movement. We have Adi Goretti, who is also very powerful in this movement. We are not looking for people who are very rich or people who are very poor. We are looking for united Nigeria. We want to make Nigeria what other countries we have seen. And therefore, we are searching for people who believe that, yes, with Peter Obi and Yusuf Dati, we can get Nigeria to that height. There are some other leaders who we'll introduce to you as time goes on. We have some in America, some in Nigeria, and different parts of the world. But we are selective of people that we are going to add into this Nigerian leadership search group.
Thank you very much. So I'll go straight now to Manda Evelyn. How are you feeling right now? What's the, that you feel, about the group and your main purpose, aim, and objective? How are you feeling, madam?
Thanks for having me here. Thanks for asking that question. How I feel is that we've come a long way in Nigeria. So when Mr. Sam gave me this idea of the group, added me to the group, I said, yeah, this is a good thing. It's a good fight to fight for, because Nigeria has come so long for us to be in this situation we are in right now. Nigeria and we Nigerians, we don't deserve this position. We don't deserve the situation we found ourselves in right now. When the present government came, they said they are bringing change. A lot of people, Nigerians, voted for them. But instead of a positive change, we've seen negativity all over, everything getting worse in Nigeria. So bringing this leadership search to the people, I thank Mr. Sam for bringing it up, and we in the diaspora coming together to also campaign for a leader we know, we deem fit, that the cap fits to run the country. It's good that we take this leadership from the hands of the old ones who believe in olden days activities instead of bringing the country to a modernized and civilized world. They are taking the country backwards to like 50 years behind other countries. And leadership search, what we stand for is that we campaign and support any leader we deem that his manifesto is going to stand out to bring us out of poverty. We are in the diaspora, we are not feeling it physically, but financially we are feeling it, because whatever decisions our leaders make back home, it affects our family. Our loved ones are still there. So when our loved ones will call us and ask for or request for financial assistance, or they fall ill, there's nothing we can do but send money back home. Even though we are complaining, we will still have to send that money, because we don't want our loved ones to die of lack or of hunger. And as the country is at the moment, if nothing tangible is being done, we will go back 100 years, I tell you. If nothing is done to stop this situation Nigeria is in at the moment, Nigeria will be dead. And we don't want that to happen. So we are campaigning and praying and also pleading with all our family members and friends back home to vote wisely, to follow the right path, to take the right decision, to vote the right candidate into power, so that they will not lack anymore. At least we are not saying that the candidate we are campaigning for, we are supporting, is going to do magic. It's nothing like magical or miracles that is going to take place under a few months or few years. But at least something positive, we believe, will come out of him being chosen as the leader. That's why we are supporting him, because we share in his dreams also to make a better Nigeria out of the mess Nigeria is at the moment. Thanks once again for having me.
Thank you very much, Madam Evelyn. That was eloquently put together, and I can feel the passion, the energy to make this happen in your face and in your words. So we still have, thank you for that. We still have Madam Adi. So the same question I want to put to you, Madam. So what's your role and the passion you also have for, coming election as a Nigerian? What are your thoughts right now? What are you thinking?
Well, my thoughts towards Nigeria is a thought of doom and gloom from everything that has gone on in the past couple of years. It's not a land that you left, that you were in the diaspora, that you want to just pick up and go. People just go to the airport, pick up a flight, and they're going to Europe, they're going to everywhere else. But Nigeria is not something that you can just pick up and go. And why? Because of the leaders who are in charge of Nigeria. So when I was at the studios, the Nollywood studios, a couple of weeks ago, I actually went for something entirely different. And then Uncle Sam, I call him Uncle Sam anyway, that Uncle Sam now said, we're having this group and all that. This is what we stand for. We are going to support Peter B because we think that he has a vision to bring Nigeria back to its former glory. I didn't relent at all because I want to be able to pick up and go home, go to Nigeria, get a taxi, taxis me to where I'm going without having somebody, kidnapping me and all that. I mean, where countries really have that safety. Yeah, there are crimes everywhere. There's crime in America. But the basic fundamental provisions of a fundamental human, right is no more. So when they brought this, and I've been watching him as well, I've been watching Peter B, his speeches, what he stands for, and his vision for Nigeria. It's not going to take, like my fellow dear sister said, it's not going to take 1 year. He's going to be there for 4 years, if I'm right, politically. In that 4 years, from what he's saying, I think there'll be a massive change. In another 4 years, I think I can get up, get on a flight, and fly into Nigeria. So his leadership, and that his leadership, for me, is going to open up, a new era for Nigeria, where people from outside will be proud. We were proud Nigerians in the 70s, when Naira was 60 kobo to a pound, 80 kobo to a pound. We were proud Nigerians. We had, our shoulders very high. And leaders have just done what they've been doing. So when Uncle Sam said, I said, yes, I'm in. So I left, I finished the meeting I was in. I had to wait to get into that meeting. And then there was that enthusiastic Evelyn Okwa, who was there pushing and all that. And I joined. And ever since, the platform itself, oh my goodness, has been fabulous, in standing up for this leadership search, that whatever anybody does in Nigeria, this man has to be voted in. Because he's not a proud man. He's an ordinary person with all his degrees and everything. We need integrity. So we need leaders who would show the world that we are very capable. And this group itself is searching for that man, and I think they found him. So all hands are on deck to ensure that it comes to fruition. So that's why I joined it.
Wow.
For having me.
Wow. That's another eloquent presentation. I love that. I can feel the passion, especially where you talked about the Naira used to be, 80 kobo to a pound, the security, a lot of, I was listening to somebody saying a few days ago that the major reason, if you look at Nigerians, the Jakpa countries, they call it Jakpa in Nigeria. So countries, a lot of people leave other countries, but nobody will leave and say, okay, I'm going out of this country. When I finish what I'm doing, I'm going back. But rather, Nigeria, when they go out, they are not thinking of coming back. So you need leaders that will be able to change that narrative, change that perception. So I'm very excited to really have people like you that is on fire, that's passionate about the country, and hopefully will definitely take it to where it ought to be. Oga Sam, coming back to you again. So I want to ask, okay, please go ahead.
You see, there is nothing like having a country where you are not looking at your back if someone is going to kidnap you or kidnap your child or kidnap your friend. Nigeria today is not the Nigeria we knew. It's not the Nigeria we left when we are coming over here. We were hoping to just come back, have education, and go back and apply our knowledge into Nigeria. And I said it once in a conference when Babangida, I was very young, and Babangida came to this country. And by then, things have started spoiling. And I said to him, Your Excellency, do you know that if Nigeria gets it right, the whole of Africa will be right? And I was asked, why do you say that? I say Nigeria had the reputation that deserved accolade. Everybody was proud to be a Nigerian, but this time around, Nigeria has started falling down. I saw it tomorrow as at that time. And for today, every Africa, every nation knows that if Nigeria gets it right, Africa is going to be highly respected, not just Nigeria. And the search for leadership for Nigeria is a search for leadership for Africa. And you can see most African countries are beginning to get it better than the Europeans. Look at Rwanda, look at Tanzania, and so on. Africans are waking up. Why can't Nigeria wake up? And that is why the leadership search is not going to be a one-off thing. We have found Peter Obi, and we support Peter Obi with everything I have. Every minute I have, I will put on that armor to fight for Peter Obi and Yusuf Dati to be the next generation of Nigeria and transform Nigeria. For how many years have Nigeria been without airline? An airline to any nation is big economy. The whole economy of Nigeria is being sucked by foreign airlines. I can't see any nation without light and without airplane to their nation except Nigeria. And we say we have leaders. But now we have leaders who have identified this in Peter Obi and Yusuf Dati. And for God's sake, I want every Nigerian to go out there and vote rightly to see that we have leaders who will transform Nigeria into a better Nigeria. Not leaders who will shout, we want to change Nigeria to destroy Nigeria. If Nigeria cannot get it right come February 2023, there will be no more Nigeria for us. And that is why every Nigerian should wake up and support the youth movement with Peter Obi and Yusuf Dati.
Wow, thank you very much. That's really that's really passionate, and that's really touching, especially when you talk about being privileged to meet head of state, seeing today from yesterday. It's touching. But we have to just put heads together and make sure the young generation have a better Nigeria. Because the way they are growing right now, they don't even believe that Nigeria was once, a pride of the world, and not just Africa, But we will definitely, with the leadership search, like you rightly said, I'm happy you made a very fantastic statement there to say it will not just end at Peter Obidati. The search continues. That was the question I was about to ask. I'm happy you have presented that. Now, the next question will be, what is the way forward? What are the plans? October 1st is coming. Do you have plans, or anybody can pick up that?
Yeah, so far, there is a coalition group here in the UK. There's going to be a rally in support of our two candidates on October 1st. It's going to be at Trafalgar Square. It's starting in the morning and ending in late afternoon. And after that, there is going to be a reception of His Excellency, Mr. Peter Obi, coming to the UK to answer questions and to interact with Nigerians in the diaspora, and to continue to tell the Nigerians in Manchester on the 8th of October and in London here on the 9th of October how he's going to handle the insecurity in Nigeria, the health care system that is killing infants, children, adults, education. There's nothing in Nigeria that you can be proud of anymore, except that the politicians, all of them are stealing billions and trillions out of the country. And the two leaders, the APC leader, the PDP leader, these are the people who have looted Nigeria economy, dry Nigeria. And I can see some Nigerians, it's no longer many Nigerians, but I see some Nigerians who are throwing their heart out for these two politicians, even at their old age. Everything they have looted is not enough for them. They want to loot more. So the way forward is for Peter Obi and Yusuf Dati to come to the UK and tell us in the diaspora, one, why can't we in the diaspora have our own vote? Every country now have diaspora votes except Nigeria. Why is Nigeria different? Why can't we have something that is in the other countries? It's not only in Europe. Before, the way you talk, they say, Europe is different. What makes Europe different? African time, we have it there. So we have this problem of everything that is good is for the Europeans. Everything that is bad is for the Africans. Where did that come from? God did not create that. So let us have a change. Let us change the narratives. And Nigeria will be a better country, better than Dubai, as I can see Peter Obi and Yusuf Dati planning to change Nigeria. And with you all of us Nigerians in the diaspora, Nigerians in Nigeria, Nigeria will be great again. Thank you very much.
Amen.
Thank you very much. That's a lovely one. We just hope and pray, and we believe by God's grace this will come to reality. Madam Adi, you want to add to what Oga Sama said?
Yes, I'm hoping I will attend that forum and one will be allowed to speak, because the questions you're going to ask them is, for me, the very birth of these leaders, once they get in, there should be top 3 priorities. Top 3, I'm going to ask them. You can't even have these micro businesses that he's been talking about. without good roads, without electricity, without water supply. And I think the first 4 years, I mean, pari pursue other things. It's not like you said, Egypt did it in 5 years, right? So we need roads. I mean, at least the highways. Let's think about the other one in a subsequent plan. But the highways where people, even if you have a very old car, you can still drive it smoothly without falling into potholes or having your tires, bursted by sharp, badly constructed roads, because people have, my nephew used to say, pocketed. People have pocketed the money, and only give 10% to the roads, 80% in their pocket. You give water, the little micro businesses will need water to do their business as well. And of course, light is of the most essence. How are they going to tackle these people who are importing these generators and killing people with fumes? That needs to be addressed. Whether it's NEPA, whether it's a new system, we need to have light and get rid of these. In this country, sometimes they said they will pay people certain amount of money to get rid of very old cars. I'm hoping that he will have, all of us out here will have ideas that we can feed to them, so that when they are starting, they will win. I touch wood, they will win. Their plans must include getting rid of those generators as well. It's killing people. Asthma, then that takes it into the health care and education. They've got a mammoth task. My prayer is that he's not eliminated, because these cartels, the amount of money they've siphoned out of this country, yes, they have no conscience. You are nearly, 1 foot in the grave. You still want to hang on to power. What do you want to do with it? Give it away. Let the young people with their young brains come and think of what to, even better for your grandchildren. So selfishness is one thing that everybody must learn in Nigeria, to not think of self first. Can I speak pidgin here? Nobody tell you not to talk.
Please, this is we're discussing about Nigeria. We are very free, broken our own. In fact, at some point, this is not going to be one of. This program is going to be it's a search. So we will not stop even after 2023. Hopefully, we should be able to identify areas that, why not? I beg, speak the broken.
Nobody tell you not chop, But before you chop, think of your people, so that tomorrow you will leave a legacy for them to say, when that man do this, I tell you, God bless you, and then you look back by your shoulder, you are proud of what you've done as well, I mean, what's that saying? The piper, yes? Of course, we need to. So we do expect. But why don't you do it in percentage? Take 10 into your pocket, give the population 80%. They will be happy. They won't even look at your 10%. I want that to be built into Nigeria. And I'm looking at Peter and that is leadership. They have that inkling, they have that inclination to want to actually reverse Nigeria. So it's our thought process that needs to be reversed. So I'm hoping that even the youths that want this can be calm, because Rome wasn't built in a day. They have a mammoth task to reverse that car. The car is in a ditch now. They want to dig it out, metaphorically speaking. So hopefully they will give them the support, the patience. And I'm hoping a lot of us, even here, who is wanting to be part of this group, we're not thinking about ourselves or thinking about money. We're thinking of going to build our nation and be proud. Like Uncle Sam said, we want to be proud of our nation. You want to go and eat good food. Come on, you want to go on holiday and get all the vitamin D and be proud and happy. Without, you are in Europe, you go to your country, it's like Europe, you will live longer. Longevity. life extension. Nigeria will bring it to all of his children. So
Fantastic.
I
That's
will be firing on that
yeah,
day.
yeah. I totally agree with you. That's what everybody's supposed to hope for. Everybody needs that. You want a place where you can go back as yours. Mother Evelyn, I know you have, as she was talking, you have a lot to say. Can you also tell us how you're feeling right now? What are those things that you're thinking about right now?
There is so much,
I
so
know.
much I'm thinking about. So much happening back home that shouldn't be happening. So many things, not only me, I'm thinking about. There's so many people, so many bad experiences from people that I've heard of that you can't even imagine it. You say, God forbid, that will never happen to me. But it's happening to somebody. People getting killed just on the way, traveling from Lagos to their villages to go and see their family. People that open businesses in other areas of Nigeria, they landed in Lagos airport, then taking the vehicle, traveling to their another village, only for them to be stopped and kidnapped on the way, accidents on the roads. There are so many things that has to be fixed, that needs to be fixed. But as we are searching for this good leader to take us to the promised land I believe God wants for us, the issue is not only the leader. It's not going to be on the shoulders of the leaders alone. It's not only Peter Obi and Yusuf Dati. We are obedient. So by following him, I pray and hope that we, the obedient, all the support groups, all the supporters, that we are also going to emulate them in the good way, in the right path. Like there's a video of a guy I saw, I think yesterday, that was trying to tell the they call them last man. They were driving from the opposite direction. He had to stop to block them. That's what Nigerians need to do. We all have to follow the rules of the road, the rules of living. Because Nigeria is as if there's no law. We don't have leaders, no law, no order. Everybody just does whatever they feel they want to do. The police are there carrying out, harassing the youth. How can you say, because I'm carrying dreadlocks under my wig, I have dreadlocks. So if you want to tell me that because I did Rasta, so I'm a Yahoo woman or Yahoo guy, they arrest people unlawfully just for even for having a certain haircut, they will be arrested. Youths are not free anymore to express themselves, to enjoy simple life of like imitating their European or American fellow youths, the way they dress, the way they carry their hairstyle. Nigerian police says you shouldn't. You should not be a youth. You should put on tie or put on a suit, a shirt, buckle up. Even when you dress that way, they will look at you. You are dressed responsibly. They still stop you to harass you for carrying a bag. Why should you carry a bag? It's only Yahoo boys that carry bags. So many things are going wrong in our society. And everything going wrong has to be addressed from the grassroots. It's not only the leaders. All Nigerians need to be sanitized. We need sanitation in Nigeria on all Nigerians. Things when we come to Europe here, we obey law and order. The politicians, they come to Europe, they come to America, they obey. They see, they witness what's going on in the countries, that everybody follows the laws of the country. But they will go back home with their entourage of siren blowing everywhere, even blowing across hospitals, not minding the sick people, that their sirens will be agitating on their sick beds. They go one way, they drive one way, that because they are the government, they are the politicians, they have the right to do whatever they want on the road. But the common man cannot do those things. They will be harassed stopped by the police and beaten to death by the police. So a lot of things has to be taught back into the system. Nigerians has to be taught how to live a proper law-abiding lifestyle, because we don't have it. We've lost it. There's no more courtesy in Nigeria. We don't have it. I've been to Ghana. In Ghana, you will not hear conductor of a bus insulting anybody. They will call the bus stops. You come down, you pay your money, and you come off the bus. But in Nigeria, it's insult. You are paying, they insult you. You are coming off, the conductors will insult you. All these things makes people go crazy. In Nigeria, we have people dying of mental health issues, depression, but nobody pays attention to all these things. And it's because of the kind of lifestyle people are used to living now in Nigeria that is killing a lot of them. Not even the poverty we are talking about. It's the kind of lifestyle, the depression they are facing, harassment from the police, harassment from anybody that has little power. Anybody you put in any position in Nigeria has the right to harass you the way they want, with the police supporting them. So they just go to the police station, give them money, or tell the police, I'm from social council, or I'm the brother or a cousin, or my brother's brother is the father of one government official. So you follow me, go and harass this person. It's too much. When I went to Nigeria, I saw the stress people are going through. People crying, even somebody even fainted right in front of me due to all this stress the man was going through because he had no money. So a lot of things are wrong, totally wrong in Nigeria. And I believe we have to educate the citizens of Nigeria before we can make it work. It's not only just getting the right leaders, but let's start from the leaders. And I believe with good leadership, we will surely make it work. Nigeria will work for us again. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's always very touching when, talking about Nigeria with that passion. And what you are saying in summary is that the system is now broke. The system is there's no system. That's just the sum it up. Because if you bring a Nigerian from that same place, bring the person to the UK or any other part of Europe or America, they will follow the law and order. So it's that law and order, that system that they need to put in place. And once the system is in place, things will automatically, even the humans will automatically adjust. I love what Peter Obi is saying, to say at the top level, he himself, once he's not collecting the courts, others will not collect. Others will be afraid. So the corruption or the system corrupt from the top. So hopefully we should definitely get it right this time. So as we're rounding up on this, search of leadership search, I want us to summarize by, giving a summary of what you think will happen in 2023. And also, what's the message you have for the movement, the youth movement all over Nigeria right now, called Obedient Movement? I want us to give hope and message to each and every member out there, because there's always discouragement. They have this story of no structure, this story of, they've not collected their PVC, all kinds of story. What message do you have to them? Because I know this will continue. Let's start from Mr. Sam again.
Right. My message to the youth is to change their attitude. The youth has come out. They are angry. Let their anger show. It's enough. A proverb says, enough is enough. And so we've had enough of these old men. All of us, we want to be old. I'm not as I was 15 years ago or even 30 years ago. But I know that leadership needs to be changed. The people ruling us today, they started ruling us when they were only 30-something years of age. And today, a lot of them are 80-something. They are claiming they're 60. They're 80-something. They're approaching 90. They still want to be president of Nigeria. That is not it. If they were capable of ruling and they're honest in ruling and seeing what Nigeria needs, we won't be looking at their age. But they are not looking at what Nigeria needs. They're looking at what their selfish heart is telling them. And that is why they can never change. It's too late. Our people say that you don't learn how to use left hand at old age. They can never change. They are too old to change. Nigeria has the potential of being the best country in the world. The Lagos state, everyone is shouting, this one made Lagos, I built Lagos. Nobody has made Lagos. Lagos is nothing. As I'm talking to you here, make me the Lagos state governor. I will demolish every damn building in Lagos state, in Lagos there. I came to this country, this place where I live was a bush when I came here. All the country have done is where we used to live. They rebuilt this place and asked us to come over here. We moved down here and they rebuilt the Catford. And that is what Lagos State have. They have potential of creating. And the whole state, Ibadan, Enugu, look at Nigeria. No one is thinking about infrastructure. Peter Obi said it to them. We want to go away from consuming department into manufacturing department. That is what I am looking at. That is why I want the youth to please get their PVC. Don't take money from these people, or take money from them, but don't vote for them. Let them be disgraced. Vote for the right people, because the money they are giving the youth belong to the youth. But the only thing is that the youth take that money stupidly. Baba, oh, Baba Rere, Baba Ke, they take the money and they vote the man. As soon as the man becomes the president, he turns his back on them. Until another 4 years, he comes again and give them 5,000, 10,000. We're begging the youth, the elderly, not to sell Nigeria again. Nigeria is almost dead. Because if I say Nigeria is dead, it's at the burial ground, that means it's no more recovery. It will go into that stage if in 2023, February, they vote the wrong person into power again, then there will be no more Nigeria. That's my advice for every Nigerian in the diaspora at home. Get your PVC and vote. Nigeria Leadership Search. This week, we will be taking a letter to the High Commission to take that letter to Nigeria, to the ruling government. They must do everything possible for diasporans to be able to register and vote in the next general election. That is our dream. We will do it, and I'm sure they will listen to us if we do it right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Madam Adi, your last words as we round up.
Yeah, with the youths as well, because they've already grown up within that system. Yes, so they need a lot of re-education. Yes, and re-education will involve them restraining themselves. Really, they have to exhibit some restraint so that they're not into taking that bribery again, right? And generally having a positive mental attitude that we're going to rebuild this. It's going to take a little bit of time, but there's always light at the end of the tunnel. That is what I will want the youth, because we have leaders now, obedient, who are telling us that they are coming to put it right. If the youth don't join them, yes, they will vote and everything, but they need to restrain themselves. They need, like I said, patience. Patience. Look, we have churches in Nigeria. We pray more than anybody else. We're in the church for 10 hours a day. And yet, So hopefully, we are still praying for Nigeria that the youth can really become, they need education. Because when Obi wins, that is when the journey starts. It's going to be hard, like I said, mammoth. But he must have a government section that will be responsible for educating the youth. Because there's no money in the coffers, like he said. That money has to be generated. Are we going to keep borrowing and borrowing and borrowing? We borrow, we don't use it to develop the country. We borrow and then send it back to the banks, in Dubai, in England, everywhere. And they're not helping us as well. So we have to make some changes to the law, to the rules, so that what we have, we can keep. So that's my advice to the youth. Restraint.
Thank you very much. So let's we'll round up. Madam Evelyn, you want to on your mic and then also round up?
Well, anytime I'm talking about Nigeria, anger builds up in me because a lot of things going wrong in Nigeria shouldn't go that way at all. And to think that there's a proverb that says in Nigeria that when an elder is seated, what the elder can see, the youth that is standing even on a tree cannot see it. So I believe these elders we have ruling us all these years could have done very well, much better than what they've given to us in these long years that they've been ruling. So I believe that with Peter Obi, there is a youth. Let them give the youths a chance. Let Peter Obi and Yusuf Dati, let them be given the chance to prove us right. Because I know they are not going to prove us wrong. Let them prove us right. So Nigeria can be great again as we once were before this democracy came and everything was messed up by the same old people that were taking off their uniforms, became democratic leaders, and all of a sudden they don't want to release the power anymore. They want to die there. So, I think, was it Putin that said it? I read somewhere that Putin also made a statement like Nigeria is, when they have money, they store the money away. The leaders, they store the money away in Europe and America. And then when they want to die, they go back to Nigeria to die. Is like a graveyard to people, to the politicians. All these things has to stop. They have to be changed. If Nigeria was good, our president wouldn't be coming out to Europe for treatment. If he is doing good and doing well in his country, it gives headache when you think of things going wrong in Nigeria. It gives a lot of headache. So I just hope that this time around, 2023, that we'll get it totally right, completely right. A new set of minds will come together and rule this country. And Peter Obi is going to get the right people into the right places to make sure that his government will work for the better for all Nigerians.
Wow. Thank you very much, Madam Evelyn. Thank you, Madam Adi. And of course, Oga Sam. Very, very honored and privileged to, to have you on Afrinity Connect for us to discuss about Nigeria and of course leadership in Nigeria. So this is just the beginning. If you just watch this for the first time, this is going to continue. We'll have different episodes, different series discussing the change that we truly deserve. Thank you once again for coming on the platform.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Afrinity Connect.